Year to date, single family home sales are down almost 40% and sales are down about 35%. So yeah, it's been pretty stressful. I may need a second hair transplant. It's almost the end of Q2 and I want to give you a quick real estate update here in Calgary. Supply and demand controls every industry, but there's a lot of external factors to real estate as well. The interest rates, political factors, and consumer confidence run real estate markets. When you look at Calgary's growth, we're anticipating 75 new people to move to Calgary every single day for the next 4 years. When I first moved to Calgary back in '97, we're hovering just over 800,000 people. Now to think that the Calgary metro area may hit 2 million people in the next decade is insane. Let's break down each market segment and get into some data. Single family homes are currently averaging just over $700,000 and we're extremely short on inventory as I mentioned earlier in the video, but days on market is starting to creep up. So why is inventory so low? Between 2020 and 2021, a lot of Canadians chose fixed rate mortgages, and unfortunately, if they were to sell that home now, they couldn't actually afford their home with the new interest rates. This is what's been keeping inventory so low, and if anything, we may continue to see this low inventory or maybe even a decrease in inventory if the interest rates remain the same or continue to rise. If you're a buyer considering getting into the real estate market between 2020 and 2022, your pre-approval has most likely drastically dropped. This is why other market segments like duplexes, townhomes, and apartments have come up so much. Many buyers have been priced out of single family homes and decide to get into something more affordable instead of renting. Semi-detached homes are very similar to the single family homes in the fact that new listings are down 34%, average prices are up, but days on market is starting to creep up. The average price of a semi-detached home is currently around $600,000, but if we just rewind to 2021, that's more than what detached homes were averaging. A lot has changed in the past 18 months in Calgary. Townhomes have been an incredible investment over the past few years. We're averaging almost $400,000 for sale prices year to date. New listings are down about 35%, and this is one of our best performing market segments. Townhomes are a solid option as investment or for first-time home buyers or someone looking to downsize. Depending on which type of townhome you purchase, you can have all of the exterior maintenance done for you, your own garage, sometimes even a backyard. You still get the privacy, room, and flexibility, and this is a market segment that I can see continuing to grow over the next few years, and it's going to be a great long-term hold. Finally, we get to apartments, and this has been a market segment that's really struggled in Calgary for almost a decade. 2015 hit, oil crashed, and a lot of people left that year and in years following. This also coincided with a few large developments which flooded the rental and real estate market, causing prices to drop. It was tough for a long time and some apartments are still underwater, but we've seen a massive increase and rents for the average 2-bedroom apartment are up over 65% over the past 2 years. This is the only market segment with more sales year over year and inventory is up over 13%. We're seeing a lot of investors flood Calgary to buy investments and especially apartments. As the rental market continues to grow, we're expecting the apartment market to continue at the same trajectory. We're averaging around $300,000 for our average apartment sale. And when we're comparing to cities like Toronto or Vancouver, we're 60% less. Let that sink in.
Let that sink in.
60%. That's a lot of percent. If I were to take the average apartment price in Toronto and in Vancouver, I could buy 2 apartments in Calgary. I could buy almost 2 average townhomes in Calgary. A duplex. I could even buy an average detached single family home in Calgary for the same price as they pay for an apartment. Calgary's still on sale compared to all other major metros in North America, but that might not be the case for long. Overall, we're still in the seller's market, and a lot of our single family homes under $750,000 are still selling aggressively. Even with rising interest rates, Calgary is still very attractive for investors and for families. We're a large, clean, affordable, and safe city with a very bright future. If you have any questions about Calgary's real estate market or want to know how our team can help you with your next move, contact me today.